Hello, welcome to 10 at 10. My name is Michael Ramage. I'm the director of the Cyber Education and Research Center here at Murray State University. And welcome back to 10 at 10. 10 at 10 is brought to you through a partnership between Murray State University, Grow West, the Technology Council of West Kentucky, KY Innovation, and our local partner, Sprocket Innovation in Paducah and the Kentucky Innovation Station in Madisonville. This week is one of my favorite 10 at 10 weeks. It's actually one that we talked about a little bit last year, but not to the extent that we get to talk about Security Matters today. Security Matters is an annual conference that Murray State University and our center and CFSB Bank have partnered together to bring to the community for I think more than 15 years. I always mess up the exact number because we've been doing it for so long, and we've added different aspects to it over time. But Security Matters, we started Security Matters several years ago because we wanted to make sure that folks in our region in West Kentucky, Northwest Tennessee, Southern Illinois, Southeast Missouri, we have folks that come over from all around the region, multi-state region, are hearing about the latest and greatest cybersecurity tools, threats, concerns, things that they need to be thinking about for their business, with the ultimate goal of keeping you and your business safe in cyberspace, making sure that our professionals have the latest knowledge of what's going on, and the layman's, those that aren't necessarily the technical people, they have an idea about what's going on as well. It has been a fantastic partnership over time. We could not do this without CFSB. They have been a great partner and co-host over going on 2 decades now. Not quite there yet, but we're getting there. And it wouldn't happen if not for them. So we appreciate it. But today I get to preview a little bit about what we're going to be doing. First of all, it is in person in the Curry Center here on Murray State's campus. Uh, Last year it was virtual, and we did a 1 day activity. 2 years ago we were planning to be in person, and then COVID happened, and we had to go virtual, and we did it over a couple of different weeks. And um, I could not be more excited to know that we are back in person, and I invite you to join us on April 21st. We'll get started about 8:30. Um, and with registration starting about 8, even if you want to get here early and get registered. And we are really excited about what's about the day, about what's going to be going on, and hope you're able to join us. Um, if you want to learn more, you can go to either our website, which is murraystate.edu/cyber, or go to our Facebook page, which would probably be the easiest, which is on the screen. It's in the description of today's show as well, but it's Murray State Cyber on Facebook. So make sure you go take a look at it. So let me preview our speakers. We have a great speaker lineup. There's actually 5 speakers. I'm the fifth. I'm going to talk a little bit about our programs in our center. But aside from me, there's 4 great speakers, and I want to highlight a little bit about our speakers to kind of maybe preview what we're going to be doing on the 21st. Um, we are going to take a couple of different perspectives on things at Security Matters this year. Uh, Lauren Prohl is manager of global cyber defense for Marsh McClellan. Lauren is one of our graduates and one of the smartest people that I know when it comes to cybersecurity. She is really strong on the threat hunting, and she will probably explain what that means. But looking for threats, finding those threats, those potential attackers against an organization before they are an attacker. She's also really good at responding to an incident, and so she's going to share on ransomware and the rise of ransomware due to nation states interaction. For an example, very relevant to what's going on today with the Ukraine Russian conflict, there is concern that ransomware is increasing, which it is, in part due to Russia's retaliation against the U.S. and other supporters of Ukraine. So part of what she's going to talk about is how all that ties together, and it's one of those things that is very timely, frankly very scary, and something that we need to hear. So I hope that you come join us on the 21st so you can hear from her. We'll also have Jacob Abbott. Jacob is worldwide partner practice lead for security at Amazon Web Services. Jacob, another graduate of our program, is doing a lot of really cool stuff at Amazon, and we want to hear from him. There's a lot of folks that will say, including me on this platform, that we should think about utilizing the cloud. Well, if we're utilizing the cloud, there are still security concerns. There are still things that we need to think about, and Jacob's going to share a little bit about that with us from at least his perspective of AWS, but how it applies to other platforms as well, whether it's hosting services like an AWS or it's even a CRM tool like a Salesforce. There's a lot of security that needs to go into our thought process, and we want to hear from that. Andrew Merle with CFSB. He is the Senior Vice President and CIO at Community Financial Services Bank, CFSB. Andy is going to be sharing a little bit about the tornado and his perspective of December 10th. Not only is CFSB in our community, not only was the infrastructure and the services that were knocked down impacting the bank, the tornado literally missed the main branch in Benton probably by a quarter of a mile, just across the street. I actually would guess from their security camera they could probably see it. But he's going to share about that. But he also, CFSB in Mayfield became the hub incident response or command center, if you will, for folks. And he's going to share a little bit about that perspective as well of how working with the different government agencies from a technical standpoint was important. It'll be really timely and really interesting as well. And then finally, Wes Spencer is going to wrap us up and share a little bit about his journey. So Wes, it was one of our students, one of our faculty, went to work at a local bank, left there to go to a cybersecurity startup, sold that business a couple of years ago, and has since started another cybersecurity business, and has dabbled in cryptocurrency, has done a lot of different things. If you've not listened to Wes speak before, he's a phenomenal speaker, a fantastic guy with an incredible story. He has been extremely successful, but his story is just really cool. If you want to hear about how to be successful in cybersecurity, he has done a lot of really neat things and continues to do that. I asked him what his title should be for this slide, and his cybersecurity co-founder and serial entrepreneur is what he said. If you look at his LinkedIn profile, there's a lot of different titles that he has, some in fun and some because he's involved in a lot of things. He gives back a lot to our program, mentors, and provides advice to us quite a bit, and we really appreciate all that he does for us. But those are our speakers. In addition to that, we have we'll have 150 to 200 or maybe more, depending on scheduling folks in attendance. So come join us. Not only join us, but also come for the networking with other professionals. Actually, matter of fact, I'm looking at the registration form, and as I've been sitting here talking, I can see a couple of registrations coming in. So people are registering. We've got a lot of folks that have already registered. We've got a lot more that I know are planning to come. Make sure you find the time to do that. The day starts about 8 or 8:30. As I mentioned, registration starts at 8. We'll try to get started about 8:30, depending on how we get through registration. It may start a couple minutes late. We always end with lunch, so we'll provide you lunch that day. And actually Wes will be the lunch and keynote speaker. So you'll want to stick around for lunch that day. And then one of the other things that we do at our Security Matters conference each year is we have our lunches, our awards luncheon. So in addition to hearing some great cybersecurity speakers. We'll be presenting some awards to folks throughout our community that are being recognized for their entrepreneurial efforts, for their leadership, for their lifetime achievement awards, faculty, staff, alumni awards, women in technology awards. So we will be giving out different awards to our folks as well throughout the day. So you want to make sure that you can see who's being recognized this year, because there's some very deserving people. It's always We always ask for recommendations from and nominations from folks, and we always get really good nominations, really good recommendations, and it's always a challenge of who do we select for this year, because there are truly so many deserving individuals for that. Again, um, you can go to our Facebook page. The link is up there at the top, facebook.com / Murray State Cyber. You can go to our Facebook page. You can go to our website. Check us out on wherever you're watching this video. There should be a link in the description for you to go learn more. We want you to register. It's free to attend. Maybe I should have led with that. It's free to attend. It's a really good day. It's a lot of fun, great networking. Um, Again, it's hosted by us along with CFSB each year, and it really is the largest technology gathering that we have in our region each year. We've not been in person for a couple of years. It's great to be back, and we hope that we see you on April 21st. So I'll probably remind you over the next few weeks, but that is the key piece, is that on April 21st, we will be back in person for Security Matters here at Murray State in our Curris Center. I hope you can join us. Thank you for joining me today on 10 at 10. See you next week. Thank you. Bye.